All right, you guys, how is everybody doing? So we are definitely right here in downtown Portland. We are about, I'd say about 2 minutes away from where everything is going to be happening. I am in a hotel. I meant to have drone footage set up so that we could already be watching. We had an issue that the Hyatt house here downtown Portland seems to have an issue with what we're doing. We got prior clearance and authorization to have our drone stationed from here, and we had a manager come in after he saw me. After I arrived, they were like, "Oh hell no, we're not doing this. You can't fly your drone here." It seems like maybe dude knows exactly who I am, and maybe he's seen some of our content, and he didn't like us, and he's making things as difficult as humanly possible for absolutely no reason. So maybe we could all at some point go to Hyatt House in Portland in their Google reviews and let them know how we feel about that. It wasn't the dude who set us up with our reservation because we cleared everything beforehand. And then when we asked for a refund, since he said that he wasn't going to let us operate our drone from here, like we had established, the whole reason that we came here and paid, the manager just told us, no, basically, F you, you're burnt. I'm not doing anything for you. And it seemed really oppositional. Like the dude is doing this for some sort of a political reason, which I think is absolutely disgusting. We came in very respectfully. We came in very calm. And we came in just to like straight up not cause any sort of an issue. I'm not here in Portland to start any types of issues, but I wanted to be able to show you guys exactly what's going on behind the scenes before we get down there into the crowd. We want to do some recon ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like that's very important for us to know what we're walking into. I'm not going in there alone. I'm going in there squatted up, homie. So we have Big Bill. He's got a channel here. It's Drone Shenanigans with Big Bill. He is right now prepping somewhere else to fly the drone. Now, here's the issue that we also ran into. They're shutting down the FAA airspace here in about an hour, dude. Like less than an hour, half an hour or something. They're shutting down the FAA airspace. This is getting intense already. We've seen multiple SWAT and Riot vehicles filled with cops armed to the absolute scruff headed down that direction. Antifa is already down there setting up with tables, and they are pouring some sort of undescript liquid into like jars. Like they're getting ready to, I don't know if they're creating Molotov cocktails. I don't know if these are jars full of piss. I don't know if this is water. We have no idea what they're doing or what they're planning. But at this point, it's already starting to heat up. So I did just hear from one of my guys on the ground, and I need to real quick check in. Give me half a second. I cannot see anything from the site that he sent me. I'm going to be showing you guys drone footage that we're going to be watching to do our reconnaissance before we go in there. But I also, at the same time, I wanted to show you guys what's already happening. And this is completely different than Antifa's thing. So we have peaceful protesters over here. And I'm going to show you exactly what they're up to.
Oregon is home, not a war zone.
Oregon is home, not a war zone.
Oregon is home, leave our streets alone.
Oregon is home, leave our streets alone.
Oregon is home, leave our streets alone.
Now, see, what these people are doing is called peacefully protesting. And I support absolutely wholehearted everybody's constitutional right to peacefully gather, to peacefully protest. This is exactly how it should be done. I don't have to agree or disagree with anybody else's rights. Constitutionally, they have this right. I support this. Our veterans, our active duty military fight for this constitutional right, for these people to be able to be out here doing exactly what it is that they're doing right now. This is how it should be done. This is an actual peaceful protest. I don't think that what's going to happen at the ICE facility tonight is going to be this.
Oregon is home, leave our streets alone.
Oregon is home, we care for our home.
Oregon is home, we care for our home.
See, and if they were doing this, part of the whole thing is that our governor, Kotex, her real name's Kotek, but everybody here absolutely hates her and they all call her Kotex. But she went on and gave this whole speech about how they don't need any federal military intervention, that it's absolutely not necessary. So this would be a great way to prove that. If they kept it just like this and they kept it peaceful, that would be the way for them to actually prove that there's no federal interventions necessary. Wiling out, causing issues, that's exactly how you prove that they do. Now, we do have drone footage. I'm going to be popping this on screen because we are going to get down and see what's actually happening from our dude, Drone Shenanigans with Big Bill. So he is up there, and it looks like he is gaining on the ICE facility. Where are we right here? Let's see. I have visual, comma, can he get closer for us? Wall Street Viking said, it ain't you, but now I know why people in Oregon aren't allowed to pump their own gas. Stay safe. Commies don't like to talk or debate. Here's the thing, Wall Street Viking, that was a thing. And now you are allowed to pump your own gas, or you can have somebody else do it. Most of these places, you have it, it's an optional thing now. But for the longest, he's 100% right. You weren't even allowed to pump your own gas for the longest here in Oregon. Vostok Film said, wow, Oregon is worse than California. I'm sorry how crap your state has ended up being. I hope you can all get things straight. I truly hope that we can as well. Wall Street Viking, let me put this up here because, yes, he's 100% right. You didn't used to be able to do this, but now you can. Okay, so perfect. Everybody's all on the same page. I have a whole team here in Portland, and oh, hold on. Hey, Nick Shirley, what's up, brother? I'm on a live talking to you, but you are not on speakerphone.
Okay, well, I just wonder what you guys are seeing right now, because there's another protest down by the river.
I saw the protest down by the river. I was actually live streaming that from one of the local newses because we're getting a little bit of reconnaissance from our drone right now on the ICE facility, but the protest down by the river looked civil and peaceful and like a place where you could actually talk to people. We are closing, actually we're getting closer right now. It looks like they've got tents set up. What did you see when you went down there, brother?
There were just a few people when I went down to the ICE facility. There wasn't a ton of people, but there's a lot of people over here right now.
Yeah, it seems like there's more people pouring in towards the ICE facility, and they do have some stuff set up. Earlier, we saw that they were filling up, was it mason jars, Doc? Plastic jars. They were filling up plastic jars with some sort of a liquid. So when you go down there, be careful, keep it frosty, be aware that they're setting up some sort of liquid for some shit. I don't know if they're creating Molotovs or if they're filling them with piss. I'm not entirely sure what it is.
Okay, well, I think I will either go around and introduce some people to this protest, and then I'm going to head over there in about 20 minutes or so.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
At the ICE Center. How many people are you guys seeing at the ICE Center right now?
It looked like 60 to 70 people.
Okay, pretty decent.
Yeah, and it looks like there's more people pouring in from the streets and sidewalks.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure a lot of these protests are going to move over to.
So usually how it works in Oregon with these things is they have, a more family friendly, actual peaceful protest. And then once it gets towards, dark, things start to get way more hairball and they start lighting shit on fire.
Okay. Well, we shall see what happens.
Yes, sir. And when we see you down there, bro, we got your 6.
I appreciate that. I'm probably going to need it too.
All right, big dog. We all in this together.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Nick Shirley. If you're not following Nick Shirley is amazing. He goes to protests all around the world, and he is constantly, like every single protest that I've seen him go to here in the U.S., he has gotten assaulted. He was just at a protest the other day, and they were an African-American lady was chasing him around with her titties out, trying to get him to say, fuck Charlie Kirk. And of course he refused because he was friends with Charlie Kirk. Here we have a close-up of what they're doing. Looks like tents. So they got barbecues. They got barbecues. Are we going to barbecue outside here? So they're closing the airspace around this facility, a large airspace around this facility. We've seen multiple vans full of riot cops and SWAT team headed down to this location. They're probably also having some at the other location that we looked at just a little bit ago, which seems to be very peaceable. It seems like everything is peaceful and calm at that one. A lot of crunchy granola type shit going on there. They were listening to Cranberries earlier. They were listening to, some We Didn't Start the Fire. This location that we're looking at right now that we're getting reconnaissance on, this is where there's the definite likelihood that things are going to get way less productive than that. And like I said, for those who weren't in the chat before, I 1000% support every American's right to peacefully protest and to demonstrate their grievances with what's going on in their local community or their federal government. I am 100% behind what the people in the park are doing. So far, I've seen nothing that would indicate that there's anything riotous happening at this location, and I support that. Whether I agree with the people on what they are, what they're protesting or not, does not matter in the slightest. These are constitutional rights that each and every American has. It is when it turns into, looting, vandalizing, lighting your communities on fire, attacking citizens, attacking federal agents. That's when I say this is fucked and this needs to be stopped. And that's why there's federal intervention, because this location that you're looking at right here is where the ICE detention facility is. That's what's been happening here for the last over 100 days. You guys remember when the No Kings protest started? That's been happening here every night ever since. And right across the street from this is apartments where little kids and families live. So they've been going off every night with bullhorns and fireworks, explosives, screaming, drums, banging on shit every single night. You can see there's the apartments right there, right over there. Bill's actually zoned in on those apartments. And those people have not been able to sleep good in over 100 days because of what they're doing out there. Eric said, PPI arrested for violent attacks. People arrested for violent attacks should have to publicly read the stats for illegal immigration violence, trafficking, dead, missing, and go talk to the victims of it and make them face what they did. I think that that's appropriate. You know, if you get a DUI, they make you go through a victim impact panel, homie, to make you sort of gain some empathy and understanding of the severity of the situation. So I could get behind that, brother. James said, buy some Vicks Vapor Rub and a pair of anti-laser safety goggles. Man, anti-laser safety goggles would have been a great idea. That would have been a great idea. I am very, very well equipped for most of the stuff. Now, I want to say, I'm not just going to this to see what rioters might be doing that might be out of pocket. I'm going to be watching the military. I'm going to be watching the federal agencies. I'm going to be watching the local police, because if they're out there doing shit that's a violation, if they're out there violating citizens, I stand full stop against that as well. If they're out there beating people up unnecessarily and using excessive force, you guys know I stand against that shit too. I try to stay morally consistent across the board with these things. So this, it just looks like a fucking homeless encampment, bro, which there's tons of those all around the city of Portland and the state of Oregon. There's a lot of this. Somebody said 3K watching, only 500 likes, bro. You guys know that the like button is free, right? There's 3,500 people watching and there's only 500 likes, man. All you got to do is press a button. I promise. It's on sale for free 99 right now. Mike, retired United States military aviator, or Marine Corps aviator, now relaxing in Honolulu. Fuck yeah, bro. That's the life. Just want to say, my brother, you are a great man doing great things. God bless you. God bless you too, bro. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice for this country, man. Much appreciated. And I love you, bro. So we're getting a close up here. What are we seeing? We're seeing, street cones. We're seeing, it's hard to tell what's in some of these bags. It could just be food. It could just be supplies for people. Maybe they don't have violent intentions. I would hope not, because to be honest with you, like if I came out here to Portland and it was just a peaceful protest and I could show people that, things are remaining, nonviolent, at least for a night, because things have not been nonviolent. Citizens have been attacked. Businesses have been attacked. There's been a lot of crazy hinky shit that's been going on out here, right? But if they were to curtail that to actually prove the point that Governor Kotex was saying when she said, we don't need military intervention. We can handle this. They haven't been doing anything to handle it. And that's what everybody's problem has been, is that the police are literally refusing to have citizens' backs when citizens are assaulted out here, which is absolutely crazy work. It's crazy work. But if it stayed like on this level and it stayed peaceful protest, that's the best case scenario. I don't want to see Oregon become a fucking war zone. That is the last thing that I want to see. That's not what we need. We don't need Oregon to be, having the military have to come in and use force. We don't want to see that. Like, if you are an American citizen, that is not the shit that you want to see in your state, in your local community. Nobody wants to see that. That's absolute garbage. Nobody wants to see that. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome to the family as a moderator. We have Sarah Beamer, who is going to be a moderator here now. Sarah, we absolutely appreciate you. We welcome you. Here's a huge hug, sis. Thank you for jumping in. I know there's been a lot of lives lately, and the mods have expressed that they needed some help, and I genuinely appreciate you being willing to do that for all of us. I love you so much. RJ Phoenix said, do you think live fire will be exchanged? I hope not. Stay frosty. And if you hear fireworks, run. So here's the thing, is that they've been doing a lot of actual legitimate fireworks, brother. They've been shooting off legitimate fireworks at the police and everything, and at the ICE agents, but they know that the police aren't actually going to do anything. The military, if you start shooting off explosives at the military, that might get different real quick, homie. You know what I'm saying? Doc, what do you think the chance is that I wasn't able to see that?
Yeah, it's okay. He wants to know if any particular shots you want. He's got you.
Just if he could keep getting close-ups of whatever he can of the people and that little homeless camp looking thing that they got going on. Yep. Doc, what do you think if they start shooting off explosive fireworks at the National Guard? What do you think? You think that the National Guard starts shooting off rubber? I think they do non-lethal rubber bullets. Rubber bullets. So they've been using this gas here in Portland recently. That's an orange gas that a lot of people say is actually known for causing people cancer. I don't think there's going to be live rounds unless they come through. And Antifa's known for a lot of shit, but they're not known for going head-on assault with live rounds with law enforcement or the military. I would be shocked to see that. Brian said, keep up the good work, bud. Love your content. Love you, Brian, and I appreciate you. And Trev, thank you so much for bringing that to my attention so we could get Sarah B, the wrench. I love that Sarah is a part of the family and that she is now willing to help us as a moderator. That's absolutely beautiful. Dark Helmet said, I may not always agree with you, but you are still my godly and American brother. I will always have your back and stand at your side. God bless. And hey, I don't agree with a lot of people, and sometimes I don't agree with JD yesterday. You know what I'm saying? The situation's always changing. Information is fluid. I always get new facts, and a lot of the times you guys come through and you educate me. So we don't always have to agree. It's always love and respect with everyone in this community. There's not anybody besides these people right here that I can't love and respect. You know what I'm saying? Victor said they should handle Antifa like they handled the cartel. Bro, I don't think that indiscriminately going after American citizens is a good idea. I don't think that's the right move. I don't think that's what brings down the temperature. I think that arresting anybody who breaks the law is non-negotiable. I don't understand how we've gotten to the point in this country where people that are breaking laws are given a free pass. Like what happened right here in Portland in 2020 during the BLM riots was absolutely disgusting. Hey, it kicked me out for a minute. That was horrible. Oh my God, I hated that. You guys still here? All right, you guys can see me? I'm here. I am back. Okay, cool. I see myself on the screen. In the 2020 riots, they just let them go off. They just let them do whatever they wanted to, and they destroyed the city. They destroyed large portions of the city. Large portions of the city still have not recovered from what they did back then. And that's horrific, bro. That's absolutely disgusting. I don't think that we should see that. I think that they should have started arresting people in mass. I think that any time that this has gotten out of hand down here, there should have been arrests in mass. And that's part of the reason. That's exactly part of the reason why they're having federal interventions right now, is because the local government is failing to actually take care of the people in this community. Brady said, fashion idea for you. You should get a Bane coat from The Dark Knight Rises. You'd look fire in that. Actually, it's funny that you should mention that. I absolutely have one, and I fucking love it, bro. I just never wear it when I'm on lives because I always end up sweating like a fat, greasy pig, bro, because it's kind of just me.
So we're now at the point where the airspace is supposed to be closed.
Okay, so does he have to evac?
I left it up to him to fly his own risk.
Okay, cool. So right now, it is, they are closing the federal airspace. So I want to jump in here and let's see exactly what's going on. Ashton said, when in doubt, frag out. Hell yeah, brother. Erzang said, serving pedophiles is like being pedophiles. Would chip them. Absolutely, bro. Anybody who's a sympathizer for pedophiles, anybody who fucks with pedophiles, anybody who makes excuses for pedophiles, all these people in Washington who were covering up for the people who did terrible shit on Epstein Island, they're just as bad as the people who put their dick in kids, bro. Full stop. They're just as bad. They're just as culpable as any of those people who did horrific shit to kids. It looks like Bill is not fully retreating. It looks like he's trying to give us a close-up. Is that a person with a Mr. Burns haircut and a mini skirt? That was wild. That was fucking wild. Dark Helmet said, CPs and wood chippers, there should be pay-per-view event, a percentage to pay for the wood chipper and cleanup, and a percentage to children's charities. Yeah, dude, it is somebody in. Okay, so that's not a mini skirt. Those are jorts. Those are jorts and a crop top and the Mr. Burns haircut. That is fucking high fashion right there, my friends. That is fucking Portland, Oregon right there. Oh my God. And it seems like Bill closed in on that and was like, yes, we need to see what this person is doing. Are you seeing what I'm seeing, my beautiful folks? You see that Mr. Burns haircut and the holy crop top Batman and the jorts and the fanny pack with the boots? Oh, hell yeah. That is Portland fashion at its finest. Sarah Beamer said, that's Seattle too. Bet. Victor said, would you say that Portland was absolutely foul? You know, here's the thing is that, like, I lived in Portland for years and I loved Portland. And there's parts of Portland I still love. But, like, I don't want to live anywhere, nor do I want to spend my money anywhere where I don't feel like it's safe for my wife to go out and walk the fucking dogs so they can take a shit. You know what I'm saying? And it never should have gotten that far. But Portland refuses to prioritize its law-abiding citizens. What they do is they prioritize criminals and they prioritize drug addicts and they prioritize domestic terrorists instead of keeping citizens safe. Okay, what does that guy got on him? Is that a bag with a fucking rifle in it? Oh, sketchy. Yeah, that bag hella looks like it has a fucking rifle in it, bro. That's wild. Steve Silent said, I wish the military here in the UK would start help removing illegals. We are sick of the tyrannical left government ruining my country, now telling us we are getting digital ID cards, bro. So I've been talking to Tommy Robinson about having him come on here and speak with this community. The idea of forcing people to get digital IDs is so fucked, bro. It's absolutely fucked. And what they're doing, locking you guys up over there for, simply speaking your mind about what's going on in the country that you're paying taxes in is absolutely foul. So we've got some Mexican flags, some terrorism or fascism in America flags. We got some dudes rocking Nike. We got some fire ice signs going on. So far, this looks friendly, though. People are honking. People are waving. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is 100% within the realm of what's lawful. And I support any sort of lawful protest. Erzang said, abusing kids is evil, and so is supporting pedophiles. No excuses. Do not abet chomos, millionaires or otherwise. Wealth and power does not excuse chomos. There's not a single fuck thing on the face of this planet that excuses chomos, bro. Gary's metal detecting. That is Gallagher's trans cousin Twiggy. Not to be mistaken for Twigs, the boyfriend of the Charlie Kirk shooter, who, if you ask Candace Owens, is completely innocent and totally being set up by the government. Let's see. Where are we at? We already read that one. Ezra said, when you go, just be safe, brother. Absolutely will be. Thank you so much for your care and concern. I love you. James M. Neutron, what is up? JD, much love, brother. Much love right back to you, homie. I'm really hoping that we have a peaceful situation here. I'm hoping that this remains peaceful because, you know what? As much as I don't like Governor Kotex, it would be super cool if Oregon could prove her right. Let's prove her right. Let's show the whole world that we don't need any military intervention here. But the lost one. Hey, did you see Trump talking about asylums? What's your thoughts on it? I myself think they're needed, but needs to be done right and with respect. So here's my issue and my thoughts on asylums. I think that it's very much needed. I think that it's not being humane or sympathetic to people or, compassionate to people to leave them spiraling out in mental health crises on the streets. But, classically throughout the U.S.'s history, asylums have been places where they experiment on people, places where they abuse people. So it would have to be done with some extreme and rigorous oversight and transparency as to how they were treating people, because the last thing we want to do is take people off the streets and put them in a worse situation.
Just people wearing vests starting to show up.
Yes.
Comments.
Yeah. So we've got people wearing, possibly bulletproof vests. At least they look like bulletproof vests, people wearing helmets. Victor said, be very afraid with each step closer to them putting IDs and marks in your hand. And I agree. And I think the UK should be upset. I think that the UK should use this as a turning point to not accept this from their government anymore. I think they have way more valid grievances in the UK with what they're trying to do than what's happening here. And that's my personal opinion. Chrissy, thank you so much. Barb said, Oregonian here. Glad to find this stream. Governor Kotek asked if she knew where the GN coming in will be staying. Guaranteed Tifa will be looking and causing havoc at those places. Oh, absolutely. Bro, so the individual, I don't know how they identify, but Big Bill seems to be zoning in on the individual who is yelling and in the street and in the jorts with the Mr. Burns and the tank, the crop top. They seem to be getting fired up. They seem to be really enjoying themselves. They're feeling some energy right now. They might be on one. Thumper said the dynamic has changed with Antifa being classified as a terrorist organization. It does not matter if they're American citizens, they are enemies of the Republic. And, you know, I hate that we've gotten to a point where such a large demographic of our citizenry has to be classified that way. But I do agree with it. NJ Prepper, show them how it's done in the free state of Florida, bro. You know as well as I do, this would not happen in Florida. In Florida, this would have been shut down double quick. The first time somebody stepped off the sidewalk, they would have had the cops in there shutting this shit down. This would not happen. Church LD, why not turn Chomo trails into a game show? Trials into a game show. Think The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then you could have people bet on who kills the Chomo and how they die. I think that would be great, man. And I think that you could do that pay-per-view, and you could pay for a whole lot in this country just by doing that. People would watch it. I saw a Charlie Kirk clip this morning that I'd never seen before, where he was saying, I would absolutely watch a live stream of pedophiles getting their heads chopped off. And the way that I found this was somebody had made it to where they cut pedophiles out of it. And it made it sound like he was just talking about random people. And I always research when I see iffy shit like that. And the real clip said, he said, I would totally watch pedos get their heads chopped off. And I was like, my guy, you like the guillotine. I like the wood chipper. There's room for everybody. We can all have our own thing. You know what I'm saying? Free Range Furball, thank you so much. Love you. You're doing good work. Stay safe, brother. Appreciate you. We are going to stay safe tonight, I assure you. S. Ramos, what do you know about the David case? Very little. I have not looked into that case thoroughly yet. There's just been so much happening on this front that I've kind of been focusing on this, but I do need to get into that. Gary's metal detecting. California prisons are overloaded with folks that should have had mental intervention rather than legal action. And that has been, in my experience, in Oregon being incarcerated and Florida being incarcerated. So I think that asylums could be a much more compassionate option to actually get people the interventions that they need. But there has to be that oversight. We can't be test running fucking lobotomies on people and shit like they used to do. That was not okay. Dark Helmet, U.S. needs to just worry about North, Central, and South America, our continent first. And I do agree with that, but I think that there's ways that we can help the UK right now by imposing sanctions, imposing tariffs, because the UK needs help. The people in the UK need help. Their government is absolutely doing wild, disgusting shit to them over there. Call me GL. Candace said bro's a part of it, but not sure if he's the shooter. In my opinion, she's scrutinizing it all. No stone left unturned style. I don't blame her. Feds lie. And I've never once said that I believe the FBI narrative. I've also said that I don't believe that he's the shooter. So I don't think that she's entirely off base with all of that. I don't think that the shot came from the roof. I think the trajectory, there's a lot that points to the trajectory not lining up. And we all saw that video. It did not look like he had a 30-06 when he jumped off that shit, bro. Like, tell me you saw a 30-06 on that dude when he jumped off the roof. It doesn't exist. Dominar said, we need to shut down the world, reformat it, reinstall a working operating system, and install weirdos and Chomo virus protection program. Yes, let's do that, my guy. Love you, brother. Ghost Rider said, just wood for cleaning funds. The wood chipper thanks you, my man. Baron of Gray Matter. Make water cannons great again. See, water cannons, I like the idea of water cannons. They don't really hurt nobody or fuck nobody up, but they'll definitely knock you on your ass and make you think twice about what you've been done doing. Victor said, to be fair, the last American terrorist organization did not go well. Think it was the OK Corral or something. ATF, FBI, and Texas dealt with that one. You don't see, and here's the thing is like, you don't want to fuck around in states like Texas. You don't want to fuck around in states like Florida. People get away with this stuff in states like California and Oregon because they let them do it. They let them do it. Uh-oh. Oh, no. What happened with the drones?
He has a battery swap.
Battery swap. Okay. So we're going to go back in here to just some calculating. TJ said, what happened to the dead pedos don't reoffend shirt? I can't find it. So I'm not with Convict Clothing anymore. And we don't have that shirt over at Bunker Branding. I'm now with Bunker Branding, and I always told everybody I like limited runs, stuff you can't get anymore, like this pedophile hunter shirt. This was Convict Clothing. Now all of that stuff, if you have any of that stuff, it's limited edition. It's vintage, but we're putting out new stuff on bunkerbranding.com. That's where all my current merch is. Nomad.org. Sorry, JD. The pessimist in me says Portland is going to explode. If you felt the energy here, I'm really trying to keep positive about this whole thing, especially considering I'm going to be walking out into it here once things start to get going. But, if you felt the energy here, you would understand. I agree with you. I don't feel like the energy here is going in a good direction. But the last one, I fully agree. It's not just the states. Asylums have a bad rep all over, and for good reasons. But when there's no fast fix, there needs to be a safe, controlled place for those who need it. And honestly, it's not just for the safety of the person who's going through mental health issues and needs an intervention. It's largely also for the safety of the community around them. Because, bro, if you're having a short circuit, you shouldn't be allowed to chop up little Ukrainian girls on fucking trains, bro. You shouldn't be allowed to be out here attacking people in the streets. We need these interventions, not just for the people who are suffering, who are going to end up in prisons, county jails, places like that, which are way less compassionate, but also for the law-abiding people who are just trying to function in a normal everyday society that's become broken as fuck. Pam, what's up, sister? Make mental asylums great again. We can't help anyone until we get our own house in order. USA first. And I agree with that 100%. Beetlebug, create Arkham asylums. The furries would love it. Oh, Jesus, bro. We're not picking on furries today, you guys. Doc, are we picking on furries today?
Can we?
I mean, we can always pick on anyone, bro. Bullying made me the man I am today. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If people hadn't bullied me, I would probably be fucking somewhere crying about my pronouns right now. But people bullied the shit out of me, and it made me a little bit rough and a little bit tough. Like John Wayne toilet paper, rough and tough, and don't take no shit off nobody. Amen and hallelujah. Let's see. As Rain said, JD funny. Love you, brother. Sergeant Luftwaffles. Dem politicians wouldn't say there's nothing wrong unless they wanted the chaos. They can't even stand for a kid with cancer and protect pedos. They have evil alternative motives. All they know is lies and violence. So here's the thing about Kotek in particular is that she has stolen millions and millions and millions of dollars that were advocated for the homeless and for people that need substance abuse treatment. She's stealing from people that are in the most vulnerable demographic. This money has disappeared, and she's in charge of it. Whether she personally took it and put it in her pocket or whether the people that she put into play took it and put it in their pockets, they stole from fucking homeless people, bro. Who steals from homeless people? What type of whack shit is that where you're stealing from homeless people, homie? It's crazy what's going on over here in Oregon. John Wise, this will descend into chaos after night falls, always does. And that was my prediction, and that's what I was trying to prepare Nick Shirley for. He was like, everything seems kind of calm right now. I'm like, bet. They wait till it's dark out and God can't see them. God can't see me now. It's cloudy. I'm going to do ratchet shit. That's how it goes here in Oregon. BA Technologies. JD, after you living in my hometown, Daytona Beach, we both know Mike Chitwood would not have this for more than 20 minutes. We hate stupidity in our county. Dude, Mike Chitwood is a good dude, and he looks out for the people of Volusia County. You have to give it up to Mike Chitwood. He keeps it safe there. David said, Eatonville, Washington here. Just wanted to say what's up. Watch you for a while. Laters, be safe. Big love to you out there in Washington, homie. Victor said, furries are expensive animal lovers. Bully time. Dude, have you seen how much some of those furry suits cost? Okay, Bill is back up. So we are going to jump back in here with him. Let's see what he's got going on.
There are multiple protesters starting to gather around his site of work.
Is there?
Yep.
Okay,
They're taking photos, but our guys have it secured.
Okay, cool. So yeah, some of those furry suits are incredibly expensive. I'm not seeing anything from Big Bill. Will you ask him if he has a new link or if that same link should be operational? Mossy said, first time catching you live. Been a fan for a bit now. Stay safe, brother. Appreciate you. Huge love and respect. Glad that you're here with us on a live. These lives they're my favorite thing, bro, because we all get to interact, man. It's not just me yelling at a phone. Wood chipper. It's us actually getting to know each other, which I think is lit. Ted Fisher said, thanks for reporting on that Misfits Pizza bastard in Loveland, Colorado. I won't give him my business. Didn't know about him. If not for you, you do great work. Glad to see you hammering with your channel. Love you, bro. And thank you for staying on the train of what's good and humane and decent, because that dude is a piece of shit. He's doubled and tripled down, and nobody should be supporting him. As Rang said, as a criminal, are you against fetishizing crooks? So I'm no longer a criminal. I'm a very retired, rehabilitated criminal. I don't think people should be looking up to criminals and crooks, bro. I don't glamorize any of the shit that I did. I victimized my community. I hurt people around me. I caused damage and pain. I take accountability for that. I'm not proud of any of that shit. I'm also not ashamed of the person that I am today, but I wish, my story is what gives me the voice that I have to be able to help a lot of people. But I wish that I hadn't done all the damage that I did to people, man. So no, I'm not a criminal supporting person. I don't know if you can tell by the atmosphere of my content and what I talk about, but I am about being law-abiding, building a better community, finding unity across, all walks of life, and building a better world and a better future, because literally I have fucking kids, man, and I want my kids to grow up in a better place. Any of you that have kids, let me know in the chat. Do you want the world that you hand to your kids to be better than what it is today? Because it's pretty fucked up. We had 3 mass shootings in this country today. One of them was a church, a Mormon church, that got shot up today. We've had 3 mass shootings in one day. I'm hoping we don't end up with one in Portland. Painkiller. I'm fed up with so much lawlessness in this country. Violent ideologies against Americans are being welcomed under the name of democracy. Minnesota is just as rotten as any other state. I'm leaving ASAP. I feel that, homie.
Refresh the link from Bill. He said it's up.
Oh, refresh the link. Hey, we got to refresh the link, you guys. That's an operator error. Hey, look at that go. Hey, okay, so we got the riot police in yellow down here. I am going to jump in here and get this on a bigger screen, a little bit of a bigger screen here so that you guys can see. We got these riot popos, and they look bored. They're like checking their phones. One of them looks like he's like soft gooning right now. Oh, no, he was pulling something out of his pocket. I thought he was soft gooning. You guys know what soft gooning is? We're not going to talk about it. We don't need to talk about the soft goonage. That seems inappropriate for this. Let's see if we could get me somewhere else on this screen. No, that didn't work. Okay, so that's just like a propeller cam, I guess. That's all that's doing, is just showing Big Bill's propeller. Okay, so
got people on the roof taking pictures of our guys.
Oh shit. Apparently there's people on the roof taking pictures of our guys operating their drone. Does that look like any sort of a federal agent or a police officer, or does that look like...
No.
Oh, okay. And we're taking pictures back.
Yes.
Good. So where Bill is set up, we sent him out with security. And so where he is at operating this drone that you're seeing right now, this is our guy, Big Bill. He has a YouTube channel you should all be subscribed to, Drone Shenanigans with Big Bill. He is operating the drone because we rented this hotel room here. It is they're pieces of shit, bro. We cleared with them beforehand. We told them we were going to be operating a drone. They said we could do it on the patio. It was no problem. Absolutely. Come on down. Came down, gave them money, got all set up in the room. And then the manager came to Bill and told Bill, yeah, we're not going to be letting you guys do that. Absolutely not. And he's like, well, we cleared it with you guys. That's the only reason that we came here. And he said, well, I don't care what we told you. We're not going to let you do it. And so he was like, okay, so we can get our money back. And he was like, no, we won't be refunding you. You've already stepped into the room. Absolute pieces of shit. Terrible people, bro. I'm going to be leaving them the worst Google review ever. And I would encourage everybody else to as well. So Questionable Gaming Shenanigans, love the name. Thank you for all that you do and stand for. And feels like you have shown towards Charlie and the Kirk family. God bless you, sir. God bless you too, homie. I appreciate you being here. Victor said, to answer the Crook's question, heck no, he's reformed. I actually speak out and try to get people to turn their lives around. That's what's important to me, is seeing people turn their lives around. Free range furball. Close the private prisons, take the money, the states pay them, and reopen state-run asylums that have a large amount of oversight. Large amount of oversight, I think, is one of the most important parts of that, because we can't have people being experimented on. It's not right. RJ Fenix said, hey, JD, if you join WWE with your voice and attitude, you could revive the Attitude Era. Hey, I get that a lot. I might be too old for that wrestling shit, to be honest with you, bro. I just might be. Dandosa. Love from Newburgh, Yamhill County, my friend. Thank you so much. Huge love to you. So we're getting quite a wide aerial view. You can see the freeway there. Over there is the ICE detention facility. And you see there's a large presence of people sort of funneling in and around. There's multiple spots where they're stationed and set up. So far, everything looks peaceful. Everything looks calm. And we support that. At least I support that. I support people doing peaceful protests. I support people exercising their First Amendment rights. Everybody has constitutional rights. Oh, look at these cop snipers. Oh, dude. Yeah, so the cops got snipies on the roof, dog. Those look like feds. Are those feds or are those cops? We definitely got snipies up on the roof right now, though. Oh, that's crazy. They're ready to go, bro. These people should not fuck around. But so far, it's all been peaceful. It's all been peaceful, man. Yo, Long Road Farms, thank you so much. Feed the Wood Chipper, brother. Thank you so much for that. I genuinely appreciate that. I'm going to bring that up on screen when we get down to it. I don't want to lose my place, but thank you so much. That is so much help and support that keeps us going here. Oh yeah, look at these guys. They are not playing at all. They are set up. So, they have to have special goggles on and everything, because if people see them up there, they're going to try to blind them with lasers, man. That's what they've been doing lately. It's trying to blind the feds and the cops with lasers, which is crazy work. That's assault. Mike Daly, rock on, my brother. Much love to you too, bro. Joel, are you going to make any of the unsub live shows? Not sure yet, my guy. RC said, find the video of a furry costume costing $15K. I believe that's the one that I was talking about, man. $15K to be able to dress up like a dog so you can get butt fucked by your weirdo twink boyfriend is just strange work to me, bro. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm not kink shaming. If you want to dress like a dog and get fucked by a twink, I am not kink shaming, homie. That's totally for whatever. Whoever wants that, they can have it. It's none of my business, as long as it's consenting adults. But the lost one, of course, safety for those who are just going through life comes first. And that's what we need, a safe space to put people who can't handle freedom at. It's for everyone's safety. Exactly. It's for everybody's safety, including the people who are suffering on the streets with mental health afflictions. DJ Tracer, what's up, man? Hey, JD, been watching you at least since July 24. I'm from Vancouver, right across the river. It scares me that this crap has been happening 20 minutes away from where I rest my head at night. Stay safe, brother. You stay safe too, bro. Love and appreciate you. I love the Couve, man. I've had good times at the Couve. We've got 10,000 people in the chat. I love you guys. I appreciate you. That is lit. Thank you. Welcome. Love having you here. What you are seeing, if you just stepped in, is this is an aerial view from a drone of the ICE detention center. And there are people gathering outside. As you well know, Antifa has just been named a designated terrorist, domestic terrorist organization. And this is an Antifa put on event down here. So we're hoping that things stay peaceful. The governor of Oregon came out and said that she called Trump and said, we don't need you guys here. There's no reason for you to be here. I'm hoping they're here to prove that by keeping things chill and peaceful and exercising their First Amendment right to gather and protest what's going on. I support anybody who wants to gather and protest in a peaceful manner. New York, what's up? I know some chill conservative furries and femboys. Not all of us are mentally ill alphabet warriors. I'm a conservative femboy myself. Hell yeah. Get it. I love you. And I support anybody and their lifestyle and whatever they want to do. As long as it's all consenting adults, it's nobody else's business, homie, and you're loved.
We'll say about 10 more minutes and he's got to book out.
Okay, cool. Lockdown. Lockdown said, watching from Australia. Stay safe, guys. Love you and appreciate you, homie. Big love. Jerry's one bad mofo. Appreciate you. Beetlebug said, protect Nick Shirley. So if you didn't know, if you guys haven't been in the chat for very long, Nick Shirley, amazing channel, amazing dude. He goes to all these protests all around the world. He was just in Paris for the Antifa riot in Paris. He was in the UK for Tommy Robinson's protest before that. He's here in Portland. Just talked to him while I was on live stream. Me and my team are also going to be looking out for him and helping watch his back while we do this down here together, and hopefully be meeting up with him at some point very soon. This is our recon run. This is us checking out what's going on. So we now know that over here, there are either cops or federal agents on the rooftop that are lined up as snipers. So Lawrence Allen said southern Minnesota has most of the crimes are. Southern Minnesota. Well, I mean, I don't know what the crime stats in Minnesota are. It seems like we're having some trouble. They might be doing some sort of a jammer. I know that they shut down the federal airspace or the FAA airspace at 4:00. So Bill has been trying to stay covert in what he's been doing. They might be jamming him up right now. We might have just lost signal, you guys. We're kind of doing some renegade shit here, I guess. Victor said, sounds like hotel needs a service violation lawsuit. You know, I'm not one to jump to lawsuits and shit like that. Okay, so it seems like since he backed up that he might be doing okay now. Bill is a professional drone operator, and his work is absolutely incredible. Jeff Merriman, hey, JD, love from Southwest Missouri. Love what you're doing, brother. I appreciate you, man. And we got Carolyn from Canada. You're absolutely the best. Love your coverage. I appreciate you so much, sis. Huge love to all our family up north. We appreciate y'all. Not sure. These people can't be negotiated with. Be careful. And that's why, I came with a whole team of people, and we got Long Road Farms. Thank you so much for that. I told you I'd bring it up on screen. I just didn't want to lose my place. I love you, family. And we got another pink one over here that I need to announce and give some thanks to. I always want to call these out right away because it's big support. BA Technologies, JD. This is to keep crap credible. You go, brother, and don't stop helping us informed. Wood chipper. Thank you so much, BA. I'm going to bring that up on screen when I get to it. I just don't want to lose my place, but I wanted to stop and immediately acknowledge it because that support helps us keep things going. Barb loves Alaska. Will you be live streaming at the ICE local tonight? I'm not sure if we're going to be live streaming from down there. Here's the thing is that if it gets violent and something pops off, if somebody pulls a gun, I can lose the whole channel. We'll lose the whole community. YouTube will take me down and we might not get it back. So that's my concern with live streaming from down there, because if I'm live streaming and somebody gets their whole wig split, they'll take us down. And there's no telling if we'll get it back. But we are going to be down there. We're going to be recording. I'm not sure if we're going to be live streaming. Dominar said information on that place so we can all review. This is the Hyatt House in Portland, Oregon. Hyatt House in Portland, Oregon. If you guys want to leave a review about the Hyatt House, Portland, Oregon, here, leave them a Google review. Let them know how you feel. It was really dirty the way that they did us. We called down. We made sure that everything was good for us to be able to, if we rented a room, to be able to operate a drone from the balcony. And then after they realized who I am, and I don't know if it's political reasons. I don't know if they just don't like Irish people and it's a racist thing. I don't know if they're, pedophile hunter phobic. I don't know what their reasonings were, but as soon as they saw us, we know they recognized us. There was a gentleman down in the lobby who was like, hey, you're JD from YouTube. And they immediately, after we had already paid and moved all our stuff to the room, told us, we're not letting you do that. And so we were like, okay, cool, we can get a refund. And they're like, absolutely not. We're not giving you a refund. They were incredibly rude. It seemed like it was directed towards us out of either political or, perhaps even, racially motivated because I'm Irish. I'm freckled and I have a red beard. Who knows what they have going on? It wasn't the person at the counter. It was the manager, the bald manager, incredibly rude, indecent, inhuman person. Absolutely disgusted with the way they treated us here. Jerry's one bad mofo. Just submitted my expungement paperwork. One chart from 1993. Dude, get that shit, bro. Congratulations. Victor said, betcha snipers are cops. Somebody sued Portland for noise from 80 days of protest. And, this has been going on for over 100 days, bro. This has been going on for over 100 days that the good people of Portland that live in that, you see that big building over there across the street from the federal building? Those are apartments full of kids and families, and they have had their lives disrupted for over 100 days straight. Stop Political Violence said, big support from Texas. I was in Washington in 2020. Crazy times, stay strong. Peek at your IG when you can. Will do. Big love to you, brother. Yeah, 2020, I was over in the free state of Florida, and they don't put up with none of that shit over there, bro. Misfit said, much love from Tucson, Arizona. Don't agree with you on everything. However, love the work you do. Clean date, June 9th, 2017. Stay safe, my guy. We never have to agree on much, bro. As long as you think kids shouldn't get assaulted, as long as you're on the same page with basic human dignity for all people, that's all we have to agree on, homie. I'll always love you. I'll always respect you. We can always agree to disagree. You might teach me something, educate me, or change my mind, bro. And congratulations on that recovery, bro. It looks good on you. Long Road Farms. What's the under-over on conflict tonight? I don't want to be a pessimist, bro. I don't want to I heard a song by Kevin Gates once, and he was talking about manifestations and what you speak will come to be. But, if we look historically and we use pattern recognition, it's not looking good, Bubba. It don't look good. Alien Labs, bro, it's illegal to give up the Fed's position. I don't know that it's Feds. We ain't doing nothing wrong over here. Jason Jocelyn, did you know my uncle Danny Jocelyn? He did prison time in Oregon prison off and on for 30 years. I don't believe that I knew Danny Jocelyn, but I'm not positive. I met a lot of people and we don't give full government names in there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people running around with nicknames like Grimace or Troll or Sleepy or Thor. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Victor said, chat for real flying now. Posted this in 1920 EST. Love you, bro. Clown Gaming Media. 1969 Stonewall riots would have been classed as Antifa, but it was LGBT. You're probably right. BA Technologies, I told you that I was going to bring you up on screen. Thank you so much for that support. I love you and I appreciate you, homie. Chad Layton said, hail from the Couve. Keep your head on a swivel and thanks for your dedication, man. Hey, brother, it is an honor just to be here with y'all. I'll tell you what, Summers Army, we love you here in Calgary, Alberta. I love all of you up there in Calgary, Alberta. Big love, sis. Thank you so much for being here. Love is a verb. A big shout out to you and yours from Wentauchi, Washington. Big love to you, homie. Ashton Stewart, anyone want to guess how many flavors of Skittles are down there? Taste the libtards. I don't know that I want to taste some of the things that I've seen down there, brother. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. My tongue is very particular these days. I'm a very married man, and I don't want to taste the rainbow. BW said, if Antifa shows up, can they just arrest them now that they are a terrorist organization? Well, that is definitely a possibility, but it's not something that we've seen so far. So the first arrests of Antifa, since they were designated an actual terrorist organization, were in Eugene, Oregon. which is the city I live right outside of. But from the reports that we're getting, they were arrested and released an hour later with no charges, even though they arrested them and they were doing damage to a federal building. And that's, I think, why federal intervention is what's being pushed right now, because the people that are running the justice system in these blue states are not actually doing anything to make sure that people are taken care of and that justice is being served. Lyra said, looking out for Nick, top notch, stay safe, God bless. Love you, homie. Zagata said, thank you for being kind about the furry still. I genuinely wouldn't have found my way back to God without the encouragement of a furry friend. Listen to me. I would not have found my way back to God if it wasn't for a Haitian gang member in a terrible county jail who I was about to get in a fist fight with, and he took the time to just talk with me until I was willing to listen to him. And sometimes it's incredible the people that change our lives, which is why I think it's really cool and important to acknowledge people from all walks of life. Civip said, hey, JD and everyone, remember to do your research as well. All news agencies have a motive and agenda. Do the research and stay vigilant. Don't let people choose what you get to think. And that's, I think, incredibly important. And that's why we don't hate the media enough. And that's, I think, why so many people are choosing alternative forms of media now, which, you know, like, as you can see, I'm able to show you what was happening on the streets in real time. It looks like we have a frozen screen.
They're on the way home.
It looks like Big Bill and the guys are back on their way here. So, yeah, we're going to take this off screen now because it's kind of just frozen up. Victor said their mentality on pew-pews for YouTube is why I don't video much. And, you know, it's really difficult to be able to show any pew-pew content here. Hicka, thank you so much. Good to see you, family. Silent Thoughts, don't say your location until later. You'll get swatted. I won't be here when they show up, homie. It's going to be all gravy. Go Reaver said, no refund. You say enjoy the charge back. That definitely could be a thing, man. Dr. Strangelove, don't get got. They would love to silence your voice. Clean date 3/17/20. Love you, homie. I appreciate you. Bombadil said, just tuning in. I guess Antifa is acting out of character and being stupid. I haven't seen them doing anything so far. Everything's been peaceful, and I'm proud of that. I hope it remains that way, to be honest with you. Victor, heck, I'm a hardcore constitutionalist now, and JD and I are chill. He and I definitely don't disagree on everything in that sense. Hey, and you know what? We could definitely still disagree on the things we do and love each other either way, man. Brennan, the amount of violence going on within the past 2-3 weeks is getting dangerous. It absolutely is. Alex Blome, hey, brother, long time no talk. If you're going out tonight, you can borrow my plate carrier. Lol, I'm right around the corner. God bless. God bless you, Alex. I appreciate you. I've already got my shit lined up, brother, but I appreciate the offer. Skeptic, 14 years clean and sober, September 1st, finally escaping Cali for Franklin County, Virginia, home of moonshine. Bro, I'm telling you, I really want to check Virginia out. Knife work. What was the hotel? It is the Hyatt something. SSMT. I don't remember, bro. Timothy Brock, I found out on my 30th birthday that my 6th and final child is on the way, and I always said no more after 30. In light of recent events, we saw it fit to name him Charlie. Keep the faith, y'all. Yo, that is beautiful, man. Hell yeah. Gary's metal detecting said, in my opinion, 2 shooters. Tyler went to the roof unarmed. The second shooter fired. No rifle or video shows one on Tyler, just a towel in his hands and the gravel prone position. Need video before CK arrived. Absolutely. That would definitely help, wouldn't it? I feel like they're lying to us no matter what. Deadly Hippie Adventure. Love what you guys stand on, bro. I agree with damn near all of your points, especially when it comes to youngins. I stand firmly by my belief, but with both but love. Praying for peace in Portland. And that's honestly my hope and goal, is that we have peace in Portland tonight and we don't have violence and we don't have people wilding out. Long Road Farms. I saw the UK announce digital IDs needed to work. Kind of mark of the beast. Yeah, they're forcing people to do this shit. And it's super wrong. We're going to be covering that. Hopefully, I'm going to have Tommy Robinson on to talk with us about that, because that's kind of his zone. And me and him have been speaking about doing some getting together on some stuff. Victor, person who offered plates for real should go vibe with you. I appreciate that, man. I've already got my shit lined up for the night, though. Intellectual iconoclasm. I do genuinely appreciate that offer, though, brother. Got me concerned for your legal safety. Are you straight to have armor? I am. There's actually a federal exemption for people to be able to have armor if you have a work reason to, and you have a letter, certified letter written from your work. So everything is golden, brother. The Last Ronin, they don't care about justice. They care about chaos. JD Delay, Antifa needs to be shown as a serious terror threat, and we need the judges to practice the law, not activism. Well, I think that we already have plenty of examples of them being a terror threat here in Portland, regardless of what happens tonight, which is why the feds have felt the need to intervene. Lucid Red Rum. Hey, JD, thanks for all the great work. I may have a problem near where I live. That is what you specialize in. Is there anything I can do? I'd love to have the chance to ask you a few questions. Hit me up on Insta, sis. Get me in the DMs on Insta. Dominar, need to know what street you're on. More than one Hyatt in Portland. I actually don't know that, homie. I'm not sure what street I'm on. I did not dial all that in. I was busy editing a video until we pulled up. SSTM. Wow, we are here for you and you don't remember? Unsub. Love you, bro. Love you. So look, I'm going to be jumping off here because I'm getting ready to go down there and actually check it out from the streets. I appreciate you guys. I love you. And please stay tuned because whatever happens is definitely going to be wild and it'll be coming to you as soon as we can get it there. Big love and respect.